Welcome, passengers. Mega Sim here. The embargo has been lifted. It is time to showcase Thomas. That is right. We are going to be looking at Thomas the Tank Engine, Diesel, the Troublesome Trucks, Annie and Clarabelle, and the Sir Topham Hatt. I have turned off the music. As you can see, I've got this audio, but the music is not on, just in case I get caught out by copyright. But we are going to have a look at the first scenario, and then we're going to have a look at what we also get on the service timetable. Now, I will admit, I am going to be flicking to that whilst we're waiting for the options for the different services and routes. Only because I will admit I do have some routes that haven't been released yet, and some of them are numbered instead of named. So just to be on the safe side, I want to make sure that you don't see it, because I don't want to get into trouble. At the same time, I don't want to get into trouble. I don't want you to get in trouble. So we are going to be flicking that on to watch it. Anyway, why are we chatting? We're chatting. But we need to get started. Start story, free roam. Starting the story. This is where I've switched the music off because we now have the Thomas the Tank Engine music. Do 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 do. Hello, you all right? Are you coming up to see me as well? I've just got one of my kids with me. She has heard me play Thomas, so we are going to play Thomas's Arrival. We're going to let's sit her up here because
Thomas's Arrival.
Oh, who's that?
It was a warm summer's evening on the West Somerset Railway, and Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting at Dunster Station. He and Sir Topham Hatt had been invited to visit the railway and were on their way to Minehead for a big welcome. "I can't wait to get to Minehead Station and meet everyone," said Thomas excitedly. "You said you had a friend that worked on this railway, didn't you, sir?" "Yes, Thomas, I have," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "Mr. Peters and I have been friends for a long time, and I'm sure you'll get to meet him once we reach Minehead. And I know he's very keen to finally meet you, especially after I told him how useful you are." "Thank you, sir," puffed Thomas proudly.
Now she's out.
I do hope my branch line back on Sodor will be all right without me. I'm sure my passengers will miss their regular train rides. "I'm sure your passengers will be fine, Thomas. There's no need to worry about your branch line," chuckled Sir Topham Hatt. "I've arranged for Percy and Toby to look after it while you're away. Bertie said he'll lend a hand too."
Is he going to race though?
Thomas smiled, thinking about his friends back home. "Right then," he continued. "Let's get going. We don't want to keep everyone waiting."
Thomas looks absolutely
and with that,
amazing.
Topham Hatt walked down the platform.
Absolutely amazing. It is so good. Thomas the Tank is, been in my childhood, been in my brother's, and all my kids' childhood.
Here we come.
And here we go. So that is so good having Mark Morrigan's voiceover for that. It had to happen. It had to have a proper TV series narration here. Listen to that whistle. And do you know what's even better? Have a look at this. You ready? You ready for this? He closes his eyes when he whistles. Right, so I am on the PC, but I'm going to be using a controller, an Xbox controller, just to show how easy it is to accelerate and decelerate. But go and stop and reverse. And it literally as simple as press and hold RT. And then I've released it. I can press it again.
what kind of jobs I'll get to do here, wondered Thomas. I do hope we get there soon. I can't wait to get started.
Yes.
It will be nice to finally arrive, said Annie.
Here's Annie.
I don't know about you, Clara, but I'm rather looking forward to a nice long rest after our long journey here. Yes, Annie, it'll be nice to finally rest my wheels for the night. You should get some rest too, Thomas. You don't want to be tired tomorrow, do you? But I'm too excited. There's going to be a party tomorrow night to welcome us to the railway, and I want to make a good impression and show everyone that I'm a really useful engine, especially as we've come all this way. We understand, sympathised Annie. But as Clarabelle said, you don't
But
want
just
to
think,
end up
you've
being
got
tired
the yellow
and running
dot.
late on your first day.
You've got this with the yellow bits on there to really
Despite
showcase
his
what you're doing. Even the
Thomas
font,
couldn't help
the
but
different
be
changes there.
tired
It's
too.
just amazing. I love how they've done it.
Ah,
I love how they've done
it
this.
sounds like we're not the only
Thomas
ones who need
looks
to rest their wheels.
absolutely amazing.
Laughed Clarabelle. Well, I suppose I am a little tired, he said wearily.
Look
A
at
good
that.
night's rest would be
He
nice
looks absolutely
before we
amazing,
start
doesn't
work
he?
in the morning.
He looks epic. Annie and Clarabelle as
The
well.
three friends continued their journey towards Minehead, and it wasn't long before they were nearing the station.
So there's one of the objectives, and it is Thomas's whistle 100 times. It did not take me long to get to that. So this is the footplate of Thomas the Tank. You can see we've got the speedometer here, we've got some bits here, but look, none of it is working. So none of it gets put on, look, so none of it is accessed. The only thing is you come out and you stand at the engineer's position, and that's it. And then you've got the door. Door shut and open, none of this. And put the torch here, night time, that is it. Just those two doors. I don't think that's too bad because it's tried to keep it simple. Also for children, but it's really good for us adults as well to have a go, because sometimes when you've got Thomas the Tank but you're doing train sim world, it can be quite difficult. And even this is difficult. We'll look at that in a minute. Just extra bits. So coming into Minehead. Do you know what? It's just, look at him. He's just epic. I love it. Field of view. I always feel like I want to be on the outside. I don't want to be in here. I want to be on the outside looking at Thomas. That's what I want to see. But yeah, look at him. His eyes. His mouth. Oh. I love doing this, going inside. Let me do it now. It's fine. Coming into Minehead. Look at the troublesome trucks. I've actually turned off the scenario marker, so that is even really cool with the yards away from everything. I've got it switched off on my PC, but when I've been using it on the Xbox, I can see the marker because I hadn't switched it off.
As Thomas's train pulled into the station, he looked around and noticed a smartly dressed man standing on the platform. He wondered if this was Sir Topham Hatt's friend.
Ooh, could be.
When the man stepped forward and introduced himself. Hello, and welcome to the West Somerset Railway. You must be Thomas, the famous tank engine I've heard all about. It's great to finally meet you. My name is Mr. Peters, and I must say it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas. I'm excited that we have been given the chance to come and visit your railway, and I can't wait to get started. That's what I like to hear, said Mr. Peters. Sir Topham tells me you're a very hard-working engine, so I'm looking forward to working with you and making sure that you and all our visitors have a great time at the party tomorrow night. Just
There's
then,
the Sir Topham Hatt
walked up. He greeted his friend warmly and started telling him all about Thomas. Thomas is one of the most useful engines I know, and I'm sure he'll prove to be a credit to your railway. That's wonderful to hear, replied Mr. Peters. I'm sure that Thomas and I will get on splendidly. Mr. Peters smiled and turned to the crowd of passengers.
Lots of passengers there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to give a warm welcome to our visitors from the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt, Thomas, and his loyal coaches, Annie and Clarabelle.
Yay!
Everyone clapped and cheered, and Thomas looked on.
How good is that?
Very proud.
He was very proud.
But no one noticed that a familiar diesel engine was watching them from afar.
Oh no. Diesel. He came too. That is not good, is it? Anyway, that is Thomas's arrival. What do you think of it so far? It's amazing. I love it that we're able to drive Thomas the tank. Now, what we're going to do, let's just flick to Thomas whilst I go into my train bit, choose a route, choose the West Somerset, then we'll come back to that. Right, timetables. So we have the 2017 Diesel Gala, the Steam Gala, which we know about, but we also have this new one, which is Thomas at West Somerset Railway. So we've got Thomas the Tank Engine and we've got Diesel. If I press Thomas the Tank, we have all of these different, services. Thomas at the turntable. Thomas to the rescue. Thomas Willerton at Bishop's Lydiard. Thomas turnaround. Thomas Bishop's Lydiard to Minehead. That an hour and 25 minutes of you driving Thomas the Tank Engine. How amazing is that? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Thomas at the turntable because I want to show that off. And then we might do another scenario in this video. Maybe two. I don't know yet. Let's see how we get on. So, take Thomas to the turntable to get him facing the right direction for heading back to Bishop's Lydiard. Okay, so uncouple the two vehicles. So we have uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle. Wait for that to register. Look at him. Absolutely epic. Oh yeah. Okay. So we can see that the points are pointing the wrong way. We just need to do that. Start any reverse. So this is the thing. Even though you are Thomas, signals and points still work in the same way. So you've got to be careful when you go back and forth that you don't go through a red signal. And let's just check here. Okay. That all looks good. Diesel. Diesel's coming. I can see him. Right, let's go a bit quicker. Because remember, Thomas is such a useful engine that he can speed. Okay. So we go over the level crossing. This is the signal you've got to be wary of, because that is the signal that catches, well, it catches me out. If you look, stop at the turntable, but we can't go yet because the level crossing hasn't gone down yet. But once it has, we'll get the signal to show that we can go. There we go. Oh yeah. Got a point right. We are pointing that. Let's get going. So yeah, this is the signal you've got to be wary of. And other signals. They are still fully working signals you can still go through. So you've got to be careful. Okay. We also got to check. Yeah. Yeah, we're okay. We are going the right way. We're on the right track. Oh, Diesel's already trying to turn around, so we got to be quick. Got to try and get ahead of him. Oh, look at the smoke coming out of Diesel. Okay, I'm going to cheat because I want to do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, almost. I did it! Yeah! Right, let's lock that down. Okay, there's nothing in our way. There is Diesel, but that's fine. think we should be alright. There are no signals. Okay, so we've got that red signal there, so we just need to be aware that Diesel is on the main line, and we need to wait before he gets there. Do you see the red signal there? There, where the white dot is? We need to make sure that we stop before that red signal. I don't know what Diesel wants to do, because Diesel's got a yellow. Oh yeah, he'll go on to this end, won't he, of the trucks. The troublesome trucks. Here he comes. Oh, it's the bike. Oh yeah, look at the bike. Bling bling. Love it. What do you think of it so far? Well, this is just a small little bit that you're going to see. You've seen the guys at Dovetail showcase their part as well. Where are you off to? Oh, are you finished for the day? I thought you were going to come to the other side of the trucks. Going near my Annie and Clarabelle, are you? Going, Mr. Diesel. I don't know what's been on there. That might be something I just need to check. Might have gone the wrong way there. Have a look. Where did he go? Yeah. Oh, it's this way. You there? Oh, he's connecting up. Let's connect him up. See what happens. I'm gonna have to showcase this one. Send that in because Diesel shouldn't be here. I will admit I'm not sure why that is happening. We'll wait a little bit longer to see if he does anything. Thought this was going to be alright, but I'm going to need to report this one, so I didn't know that this was going to do that. He's put passengers on board! Is he taking my Annie and Clarabelle? Maybe. I feel like I want to watch this now. Because I'm supposed to pick up Annie and Clarabelle. Annie and Clarabelle are being taken by Diesel. Oh, stop at location Annie and Clarabelle. I feel like I want to watch. Here's Diesel. I'm confused, but I'm here with the popcorn. Annie and Clarabelle don't look very pleased. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. I am on a preview version, so this might have had a last minute fix, but I don't think we're going to be able to get anywhere because we've still got the red signal and Diesel is taking my passengers. So you know what? For this, we are going to end that and we're going to go back to a scenario. Remember, music is off because of the Thomas the Tank Engine music, just in case I get that copyright strike. Thomas and friends. So we've got Thomas's arrival, then we have the devious Diesel. So let's go with that one. I want to do this one as the second one. The devious Diesel.
The devious Diesel.
Yeah.
Early the next morning, Diesel crept into the station. He looked to see if anyone was around.
It's pretty loud though, isn't he?
Thomas was sitting outside the shed dozing. He also noticed that Annie and Clarabelle were sleeping too. And an idea came to him. What a good idea, Diesel thought to himself. If I shunt those trucks in front of them, then Thomas will have to spend even more time getting them back. Thomas won't be a really useful engine if he's late. And on his first day, too. Chuckled Diesel deviously. I must be careful not to wake him, though.
We've got to be very quiet. But you know the horn for the Class OA is annoying. Well, this is what it should be. Yes. The Diesel horn, that is it. Love it. Ah. So this is where you've got to be very careful with the signals, especially coming in and out of Minehead. I was going to say Knapford. Minehead Station. Because the level crossing goes down, goes up, and you have to wait for it to go back down again. Now this is the first time that we've seen inside Diesel, so this is now part of the canon. This is what Diesel looks like inside. Which is great. But yeah, we've seen inside Thomas, we've seen inside some of the other engines. We have not ever seen inside Diesel on the TV shows. Nothing whatsoever. Oh, look at that smoke. Okay, so we get to go now. We don't want to be too loud because we don't want to wake Thomas up. This does do a lot of back and forth, I will admit. Oh, listen to him. Oh. You don't get done for speeding though in this. coupled. Okay, can you see we've got a red signal? Again, we have to wait for... There we go. We have to wait for that level crossing to go down. No, it's no use. So the objective also with this is 100 of Diesel's horn. Very easy to get to. See, we've got red signal because we need to wait for those level crossings to go back down. Okay. See, there is a lot of shunting in these scenarios, so just bear with it, but I do think it's really good to have Diesel playing around, messing around at Minehead Station. And also seeing the faces. Look at them. Love it. That. Okay, stop at the signal again. But remember, it's red, it's green, or yellow. Sorry, yellow. Miles an hour. It's fast for an 08. Oh, should have stopped by now. Oh. Wait for them to come down. Here we go. I do love speeding with Diesel. And Thomas as well. Got to be very quiet though coming up to Thomas. He can hear me coming! I don't know how Annie and Clarabelle won't wake up. Because he's so loud. Okay, so Annie and Clarabelle. Are you asleep? Are you asleep? Yes, you are. Right. Whoa! Woosley! The quicker we get there, the quicker Thomas won't wake up. What's really funny is because I've been busy with other stuff today than yesterday, it literally is 8:30 and I'm doing this now. So you are almost seeing it live. I just can't do it past 9 o'clock. It's got other stuff to do. But yeah, you are watching it. I'm literally finishing this, uploading it, and then you're going to see it. Which is great. That's what happens. Busy lives. Got a lot of stuff going on. Hospital appointments, stuff like that, that you just want to go with Thomas and Diesel, but at the same time you do have other things that you've got to do. So yeah. Do a bit more. There we go. Okay. Wait for those level crosses, because I was doing this quite quickly when I first did it and I went through a red signal. So I'm just warning you guys now, do not go through that red signal. What is your drink of choice for this evening? Mine is a nice pint of iced tap water. Love it. Look at that. You got to do Annie Clarabelle, then Troublesome Trucks. There's lots to do still. What are we? Are we forward or backwards? We are forwards. Help, Thomas! Help! Thomas? Okay, so uncouple it. Let's go back to that signal again. He's a very devious teaser, isn't he? Very devious. Gone too far. Go forward again. There we go. Let's wait for those signal, the level crossings to go down, and then the signal will go proceed. Yeah, look, we got to go pick up, signal, signal, and then uncouple. So yeah, just one more movement of those troublesome trucks, and then we'll be done on this scenario. What are your thoughts on this? Now, I absolutely love being able to do this, you know, with the scenarios, with it being story narrated, story driven scenarios, proper story driven scenarios. That's what I like. Okay. That's what I like, being able to have that story driven, even more so than other scenarios that we've had before. Just having that narration is, yeah, it just brings it to a whole new level. And having Thomas, official Thomas, on this Tracing World is absolutely epic. Now, when we found out, we were all really excited as ambassadors. It was like, oh my god, no. It can, no. You can, what? Yeah. Okay. We didn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. Because we've had so much going on with Tracing World. With Tracing World 5. All these new routes. Cardiff we've had this week. What is it? We've got the Dutch one. That's next week. So much going on at the moment. Even with third party as well. So having this licensed product is just on another level. And I believe, I guess it's been, you know, they've been looking after this for a while. And I love it that Mattel have gone, you know what? This is good. This is good. Yeah, see, you got to be careful. If you just went back and then back straight in, you're done for. Okay. Let's get going. These troublesome trucks are very troublesome, but Devious Diesel is helping. And you're watching everything. You know what's going on. Thomas, help us! Oh, there's that bike. That guy's still driving. Driving? Cycling. Riding that bike around and around. Are you ready to... No. I'm surprised Annie and Clarabelle haven't woken up with all the noise that's been going on. Okay.
Let's see what Sir Topham Hatt thinks of Thomas now. And he whispered to Annie and Clarabelle. Sleep tight, ladies.
Oh, yeah.
And as quietly as he could, Diesel scuttled away.
Devious Diesel completed. I did have a hard impact in there. As you can see, we had no speeding because we don't speed, but I did have a hard impact on there as well. So just be aware of that when you are on here. But no, I think let's go back to the main menu. The main menu. No music. There too. No, not that one. The original. So go through these one by one. Learn to drive Thomas the Tank Engine at the training centre. Devious Diesel there as well. We've also got confusion and delays. So this is Thomas trying to clear up Diesel's mess. And then the fireworks. Diesel is going to do something to those firework trucks. The hunt for those missing gifts. A problem to solve. Diesel in distress. So you can see he's broken down. And finally, fireworks and friendships in the final destination. No, not the film. This episode. But hopefully you enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed doing this. I am going to be back on again. I've just got to try and sort some bits out to try and set some time aside to do some videos. What I might do, I'm thinking too much about it. I'm overthinking it. I might just stick with 2 episodes a week to start with. Friday and Saturday, I think, is what I'll do, and then go from there. Because I am traveling up and down again, hopefully soon, and yeah, got stuff with family and stuff. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Big thanks to Dovetail for providing us with that game key to showcase Thomas the Tank Engine and Devious Diesel. It's weird not having any music, so you're just listening to moi. But we've got it. You'll be getting it tomorrow, or it will be available from tomorrow. Let me know if you're going to be getting it. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of this? I've seen a few people going Chuggington and Underground Ernie. Look, let's just start with Thomas. Come on. Mattel have said yes. Dovetail have gone wahey. We have got an amazing Thomas the Tank Engine on Train Sim World. And I think that in itself is amazing. Let's just be happy and celebrate that we have got the official Thomas the Tank Engine on Train Sim World 5. And not think of the others, because they could come, you never know. But let's not dwell on that. Let's dwell on Thomas on Train Sim World. Have a good evening, and I will see you on that next video. This is Mega Sim out of here. See you soon, guys. Bye.